Good morning, Madtrapper. Out setting a few early morning sets on my third day. I prepped this area yesterday when I was just out scouting around, and I wanted to show. I just noticed it. I seen the one end chewed off, but I couldn't find the other one until I started messing around with my blocking, and it was kind of sunk a little bit. Anyway, show you when you're on target. That stick was chewed off, and that one were together yesterday when I put this down here and blocked this off. Problem is, I found the channel and I thought it was going straight through here and around, and it's not. It's going there and around. And I had that, I guess, too close to where they swim through, and they sawed that dude in half last night to get it out of their way. So they were here last night. Hopefully they'll be here tonight. Got another set around the corner. Going to put a couple of sets down the creek, but in here I think we'll pull out several beaver. Get on down the line. All right, trappers, we have us a location. If you went on up the creek, probably 150 yards, and there's a side creek that comes in this main one. That's where I just filmed that beaver chewed my forcing stick in half that I placed yesterday, just prepping sets. And then on top up there, I've got an empty bucket cubby. Come down here, got a pretty nice beaver dam. In this country, you don't find a whole lot of them. There's water everywhere. But yeah, that's a pretty good beaver. Now it is causing issues because there's the big lake that they're getting into and tearing up and got everything plugged. There's actually a big drain right here going into the lake, feeds it its water, and they've got it, as you see, all dammed up. Also, straight across, you got the big tree and the tree to the left of it. If you went to the second tree there, the second biggest one, I got a castor mound there. And then, four-wheeler, you see the backside of the white bucket there? An empty bucket cubby. Yeah, hopefully this place will produce us some fur. One thing I learned way back in my school days in mathematics is if you have beaver and you have brush, that equals bobcats. So hopefully we'll pull some cats out of here along with these beavers. Get on down the line. All right, here we are. First trap check of the morning. I just set them beaver and a couple bobcat buckets on the other side of the road by that pond. Oh, he's flying away now. I don't know if you're going to see him over there, but there's a buzzard, and he is waiting for his breakfast. First set, first possum. Yay. We'll get him taken care of and get on down the line. All right, Trapper, we are at the second biggest creek. This flows into that creek I was on. I made the walkthrough cat set yesterday. Showed the bridge, the biggest bridge on the place. This is the main feeder into it. Now, there's a couple of littler ones that feed into it too, but this is the main one. Come down here yesterday. It's dropped at least 6 inches since yesterday. When I come in yesterday, this was all covered in water. I was trying to make a set right there where that leaf is on top of them sticks, but it's too deep yesterday. Still be too deep today. But I did get a set in right here. I drug this tree limb down from up there, put in a channel set, and boom. Looks like we got ourselves a beaver. And now he did exactly what he was supposed to do. Other than get caught, which that's the first thing he needs to do. But the set's actually up there, kind of where that dead log laying across that branch. You'll see it here in a minute. Staked off to this. I got him out of the channel. Any other critters, beaver, otter coming down, not going to get spooked by him laying out there in the channel. So, that's what we wanted. He rolled good. That's all right. About a 3-year-old it looks like. Way up here. There we go. Will notice if I showed you every beaver we caught, which I'm trying to show the most, they're all going to be these 2-3-year-olds for the most part. I misspoke yesterday on that second beaver caught. He was a 2023 model. He was actually, when I skinned him, he's a solid 2-year-old too. So. I'm down here, didn't like my blocking I put in there. It looks like a big old hog. And get this set in. I am going to go grab a 330 now, try to find a way to set up there. I don't know if to go in this gap or that gap, or maybe try to find one. I don't know. We'll definitely get another set in up there somewhere though. Find my holder here. Uh-oh. I did a no-no. Talking and not watching what I was doing. Let the dog get underneath there. I don't know why that kept wanting to pop off there, but it did. Knocked off some of my fencing, it looks like. I did have a heck of a time getting this in here around all these logs, though. Very rare this creek is channelable. Is that a word? I don't know. We're using it. Hard to get channel sets in here. It's usually way too deep for that. I'm going to steal this stick over here. Try to narrow this down a little bit. Yeah, it's usually way too deep for channeling. But like the rest of the Midwest, they've been in a drought all year, and even though they got some rain, that 2-inch rain the other day, it pretty much filled up the holes, and now it's running out, and that's fine by me. All right, that's it. Waiting for another customer. We'll get him up to the 4-wheeler, grab a trap, and comes in here somewhere to put a set in. I hate setting up there. Got to be careful when you go up above trap already set, because all the leaves, sticks you knock loose, come down and set your trap up. I usually always set the high one first, and then give it a minute, let that stuff run out, and then come back and set the bottom one, but not today. We'll get you on down the line. All right, there it is. We had that one there where we just caught the beaver. I come up between this little log and big log. I got my 330 in there right under the water. Bar just barely showing, riffraff over it, and this was wide open. I went on up there trying to find a narrow spot, that little spot shooting through there. But two things, it's too deep, and that big log is right through there, so there's no way to get a holder in there. And pretty good current going through there too. Anyway, I come back here, put all this riff in here just to say, hey, don't go this way. Nice little, I mean, that's the main current. That's where they should be going. But kind of help them out a little bit. Next day or two, we'll see how this goes. All right, we're here at one of the crossovers. Got 330 down there. Nothing in it for sure. Otter scat everywhere. Here's the trail going down. Yesterday I could see the trap. I don't see the trap or the latch, and it looks like maybe the tip of something floating out there, but I doubt it. That would be anything because this is very deep. But it could be. Otters have long tails, yeah. Hoping for an otter. But there's a lot of nutria rats in this here pool. I've not seen any beaver sign. Find my footholds here where I can. Oh man, that don't look like the tip of an otter tail. I'd much rather have the otter than the nutria rat. Oh, shoot. Kind of works out good. Here, that right there? I got a board down there actually to set my trap on. Oh, that ain't an otter tail. That ain't nothing in it, period. Two offset to tell what it might have been. And that is the way it goes. I like to think everyone's a catch, but it don't happen that way. I could delete this and you'd never see it. No, I missed. But that would not be an accurate depiction of what really happens. Shoot, I'd like people to think 100% catch rate. Now, that board might be part of the problem. I don't know, because there ain't no bedding it on there. If it's set off again with no catch, then I'm going to pull it up, see how deep it is, and make a dirt mound or something. We'll see. Straight up the bank. All right, get on down to the next set. All right, we are at one of my old honey holes. I don't know if I filmed this when I set this, but back in the day when I first started trapping here, 15, 16 years ago, otter were $100+ averages. Redundant, but two of them I caught down here in them years, topped a lot in NAFA for $2.72 a piece. Them are the good old days. Anyway, when I got to this location, I was counting the $100 bills. What we got here, got a creek, meanders, and hooks into one of them bigger ones that we were just on down ways where we put the channel sets in where I had the beaver a while ago. Anyway, and you come up here, got a big duck lake. And the otters and beaver would always be coming up through here. And they've got trails coming up here. Now, these are some older trails. I mean, they're still used, of course, but nothing like they were. Had a 280 on there, got a coon there. And then over here, I have a hag slide rod. That big wad of grass wasn't up there. Some of this wasn't here last night. And you can see this is all fresh. That would be beaver. So I'm hoping at the end of that down there might be a beaver. Get my water gloves on and we'll check this out. All right. Yeah, I don't know what the deal was. Like I said, none of this was even here when I set this set 2 days ago. Didn't have nothing here yesterday. I didn't put any caster or lure, and this drops off quick and straight. So you gotta be careful how you stand. There's my foothold. So I had a foothold here somewhere. I don't know. One of my rods, see if the slides up here. Look at that little thing. Let me see what the heck that thing was. Like a little bitty snake or something. Yeah, trap is gone. Yeah, most definitely gone. All right, let's hope for the best this time. Oh, I feel some weight, some heavy weight. Oh yeah, old beaver. All right, we're all caught up here. Somewhere. Get that catch on him. He wasn't going nowhere. This here location this location gave me fits for years, and I mean years. They beaver always be blocking. Better get him up here. He's gonna slide down in that hole. I'll never get him. Looks like a black one. That big old huge drain right over there. They would bury that year after year. I mean, for the first several years. I'm talking, shoot, probably the first 7, 8 years anyway. I mean, it wasn't as bad as the first years when I got here. You know, the landowners weren't like upset. They understood. But at that time, it was actually owned by different owners. A couple years ago, they sold to some other people who kept me on trapping. And anyway, this was the end of the line. This is as far as I can go back to when I originally set it up. Well, the landowners that bought this place bought the place across the creek and up a ways. I don't remember what it was, 800 acres or so. And make up the 2,800 or 3,200, whatever's in there. But anyway, once they did that, and I was able to move around a little bit more, get up in there, then I started working these beaver out a lot better. And after, shoot, a year or two, just like that, we'll get 1 or 2 every year. Don't do any damage normally. I've seen a few little trees that's been gawed on, a couple of sticks floating around, but you know, it made a difference. I mean, I'd kill them here, but just right across there, they just kept coming in. So anyway, we'll get him on down, get him in loaded up and on down the line. We are at the sluice set, what I call the sluice set. Again, see the channel, the beavers, otters got a wore out in the bottom, going into the creek over there. Had a coon here yesterday, wanted to go swimming. And today, we got the target, a beaver. Didn't come way down here where I had him wired off to get out of everybody's way. Again, if you got a high beaver population, like I used to here, but if you have one anywhere, and this guy was right here where he's at now, right in their travel way, he would have been chewed to pieces. Again, another good sized beaver. I think all of them today, yesterday, all been 3-year-olds, which is kind of normal around here. Like I say, we don't have a lot of long time residents. Keep them killed out of here. But most of them, holy smoker, he got that whipper. Most of them are just, you know, the ones transiting in from last spring. They were 2-year-olds. And just some off adjoining properties following the creeks, like they always do. Again, I always catch mid-20s here normally. Everything goes right. Oh man, that might be a reason why he didn't go very far. Well, them springs are really good. Must be one of my sleepy creeks. Alright. That off of him. Nice size, nice size. Back up here and get some business for the next one. A little wild trigger there. Not hanging right. There we go. I'm a holder. I think I hit the exact same holes again. That went in way too easy. Looks like a magnum, that's why. Didn't also put him down a little quicker. Need some brush. Don't take much, but I like to have a little something, something. Maybe more for me than for them. Now it would behoove me to put one at the end of the creek, but again, I'm risking some channel sets, but we are expecting some serious rain, possibly starting tomorrow night, all day Saturday, and then possibly into Sunday. Now they're only talking an inch, inch and a quarter, but that is enough to flood things up here pretty good. And I'm only here for 8 to 10 days, so I don't like to risk stuff. I'll get plenty of them coming out of there. We'll get them thinned down good. Never know. If this rain don't materialize, I will dive off in more of the creeks, the bigger creeks. All right, I'll see you on down the line.